Utah Clean Cities is proud to be celebrating 30 years of clean fuels, clean strategies, and clean air. We could not have done this without the time, support, and effort of so many incredible stakeholders over the years. The journey of Utah Clean Cities began with Beverly Miller, the first leader of what was then Salt Lake Clean Cities. Beverly was a visionary leader who recognized Utah's abundant natural gas resources and their potential to transform transportation. Often seen traveling the state in her CNG car, Beverly championed clean fuel solutions long before they became mainstream. Following Beverly, Robin Erickson became the coalition director, bringing her own fleet management experience, great professionalism, high integrity, and an unwavering commitment to Utah Clean Cities.
We have seen such a dramatic change in the adoption of alternative fuels. Before, it was trying to talk everybody into it, especially the consumer that was still trying to decide on whether they wanted to work with electric vehicles or not. So it's been a real transition over those years to do all of those things.
Under Robin's leadership, Utah Clean Cities reached new heights, securing the first large contract through the ARA grant, the American Recovery Investment Act. Robin partnered with Salt Lake City, a handful of mayors, and a fifth-grade class of air quality champions to launch the first nationally recognized Turn Your Key, Be Idle-Free program. Today, she is being recognized with the Power of Legacy Award for all of her many valuable contributions to the Utah Clean Cities mission. Robin, you're one of a kind, and I cherish our friendship. And that brings us to today. This is the very day, October 3rd, 2024, that marks exactly 30 years since the launch of Utah Clean Cities. We are here together to celebrate the vision of this nonprofit and recognize our shared successes. I assumed leadership in 2015, building on the foundational successes of both Beverly and Robin. Over the last 10 years, we have continued to grow as a coalition, an average of 40% each year. By securing matching funds with public and private partnerships and our state partners, we've been able to amplify the coalition's impact, ensuring that Utah Clean Cities continues the leadership with clean fuels, clean strategies, and clean air. Before we get to the rest of the awards, I want to just briefly highlight a couple of key projects we've been working on in recent years, starting with our current flagship effort, Charge West. Charge West is a collection of 8 regional states, and we've all come together to promote EV corridors. So you can go from state to state and know with surety that when you arrive at your destination in your electric car, you can plug in and charge.
Arizona's Grand Canyons lead to Utah's majestic parks, Colorado's Rockies and Idaho's serene rivers, and Nevada's deserts stretch toward New Mexico's ancient pueblos. Wyoming's plains ascend into the Tetons, culminating in Montana's snow-capped ranges. Charge West connects these diverse landscapes into an electrified grid.
We are thrilled to now be in Phase 2 of the Charge West project. Truly, we are setting a template for the rest of the nation to follow as we build out these much-needed new electric corridors in the West. Next, a project that is very near and dear to my heart is the Zion National Park project and EV Zion.
Zion National Park's visitation has doubled in the last 12 years. Highway was designed for Model Ts and Model As, but now that road is experiencing vehicles that are much larger. And so traffic congestion is an issue all along the road, as is parking. So this is where we've been working, looking at right-sized vehicles that we can move people through the tunnel in a transit-type environment.
We were at a point in the design of thinking about the new electrified shuttle system. It'll originate out of the new Discovery Center. We were introduced to the Clean Cities group and helped solve for that.
We are so excited to have that opportunity to work with the service district and the park and our gateway communities.
I want to recognize a real energy here in the state of Utah. Tammy Bostic with the Utah Clean Cities Coalition. Tammy's been an innovator across Utah and a constant supporter of transit programs in our area.
We are so grateful for the opportunity to work on momentous projects like these. Utah Clean Cities and Communities is truly making a difference in our state and region. I wish we could talk about all of the projects in depth, but briefly, I also wanted to highlight just a couple more standout efforts like the Voices of Hope, which is a student-led filmmaking initiative that empowered local youth to explore the impact of living in near-port communities and the air quality challenges that they face. If you haven't seen these powerful films yet, I encourage you to visit our website and check them out. We also want to mention our work with school bus fleets statewide. Starting with one of the dirtiest school bus fleets in the nation, Utah is now a national leader in transitioning school buses to alternative fuels. Whether propane, CNG, or fully electric, each fuel has made the grade. Thanks to our skilled fleet managers, we've built some of the best, most modern, clean, and sustainable fleets that benefit both our environment and our communities. In addition, we have proudly hosted 33 governor declarations for advanced and alternative fuels and idle-free, celebrating the importance of clean fuels, clean strategies, and clean air each year. Now let's get to the rest of the awards for the evening. The Power of Moving People Award goes to Zion National Park Shuttle, Zion National Park.
Zion National Park is proud to announce its all-new electric buses. They will reduce exhaust emissions in Zion Canyon. They'll also reduce noise, which will improve the park's natural soundscape and enhance the visitor experience. Here we are, celebrating the realization of that lofty goal to replace our entire fleet with these new battery electric buses. The original shuttle system was revolutionary when it started in 2000, and now, more than 95 million passenger boardings later, it is an iconic part of the Zion experience.
I want to thank all the Zion Park staff who have tirelessly given their talent, energy, and expertise to bringing this new fleet of buses into service. This day is really a celebration of collaboration and partnerships that began more than 25 years ago.
We proudly recognize Zion National Park for creating the largest and most advanced fuel-efficient transit system in the National Park Service system. At the heart of this success is Frank Austin. Frank has skillfully guided the fleet through every transition, including the recent shift to 100% electric. All the while, he's been ensuring that the propane shuttles continue to run flawlessly every day. The award for the Power of Place goes to Kevin McLaws and family, Zion Mountain Ranch.
The park has been looking to have a visitor center east of Zion Park for 30 plus years. With the increase in visitation that Zion has seen in the last decade, it's become a necessary addition to the area. The design is to reduce congestion in the park as well as provide an exemplary demonstration and visitor experience.
The Workhorse Award goes to Scott Brandenberry, Lancer Energy.
Lancer Automotive saw the drive for cleaner air and energy independence as an entrepreneurial opportunity and has refocused its business to get ahead of the curve. Lancer now specializes in the maintenance of alternative fuel vehicles. They install EV charging equipment, perform natural gas and propane conversions, and educate fleet managers and consumers on the benefits of alternative fuels.
Utah Clean Cities has opened a bunch of doors. I didn't know anybody in the industry going into this. And Robin, she drugged me by my collar. She took me to Questar, Rocky Mountain Power, school districts. We have developed every advanced fuel. We're not biased towards EV or CNG or hydrogen. We want to work on all the vehicles. We want to put in all the stations and give everyone the option to use the fuel that's going to be best for their application. I know we are the best Clean Cities Coalition in the nation, and that's due to Tammy and to Robin and their work. They are making a difference in this world.
Powering climate action goes to Salt Lake County Environmental Health Department.
Salt Lake County Health Department's here for the people of Salt Lake County. We're here to promote clean air, safe food, safe water, safe land to use, and proper waste disposal. We have an ongoing issue with air quality here in Salt Lake County, and our purpose is to try to find ways to mitigate that, as well as to help the community and the public understand what they can do to protect themselves and their families. About 5 years ago, Utah Clean Cities helped us acquire a grant to put in electric vehicle chargers at this facility, and we have 10 pedestals and a fleet of 12 alternative fuel vehicles. And that wouldn't have been possible without Utah Clean Cities partnering with us and making that a reality.
The Power of Moving People Award, SLC Green, Salt Lake City Sustainability.
Salt Lake City has adopted aggressive climate and air quality goals to reduce our carbon emissions 80% by 2040 and clean up our air. And so part of that, we know that 20% of our carbon emissions come from the transportation sector and 40% of the air pollution comes from transportation. So we need to clean up these activities and use better and more efficient technologies. Our new airport is one of the cleanest airports in the country with all of the electric equipment, heating systems, ground equipment, and other things. It's one of the most exciting projects in terms of cleaning up the air in Salt Lake City and also just having a global presence.
The power of innovation goes to Dr. Regan Zane and the Aspire team.
Here at the Aspire Research Center, we see opportunities to significantly improve air quality, overall emissions, and even make transportation cheaper. The space that I work in is what we call transportation electrification. Essentially, how do we make everything from our personal vehicles all the way through semi-tractor trailer trucks? How do we make them electric, reduce emissions, reduce costs, make life better for all of us? The Aspire Research Center is looking at new techniques to allow us to charge the vehicles more frequently at lower power levels so that the user really doesn't even know about the charging. It simply happens when you pull up to work, when you go home, really making this a convenience.
Trailblazer Award goes to Matt Stalsberg and his Beyond Zero Green Fleet. Thank you, Ace Refuse and Recycling.
Whether it's buses or electric garbage trucks, this is really important to our state. Not only do we want to clean up the air, but we're trying to pioneer new technologies for fleets and residents that drive around every day.
Trailblazer Award goes to Weber State University Automotive Engineering, Weber State University.
Here at Weber State, we have training programs to help students prepare to work around high voltage systems. We have 17 different vehicles they can work on. Here's a Ford, here's a Toyota, here's a Tesla, here's a Chevrolet. It doesn't matter. They all have these same parts. Here's how that part works. We typically get students from all over the country and even the world.
The Power of Energy, Westsmart, Rocky Mountain Power.
The Westsmart EV at Scale project has 5 focus areas to expand not just EVs, but electrification in general. As you start thinking about the vision of the future of Utah as our population grows and we have broader adoption of electrification from trucking on the roads to busing to trains to optimized parking, we really have to take this ecosystem approach to really make it viable. And so we brought in experts from the universities, from the Clean Cities coalitions to come in and really find the kinds of projects we could do to really expand the growth of electrification.
Power of Energy, Enbridge, Beyond Zero Fleet Fuels and Service.
Enbridge has been a key partner in building some of Utah's cleanest school bus and industry fleets, serving our capital city, international airport, universities, transit agencies, and heavy-duty freight movement. Their development of alternative fuel corridors has established a network of public and private natural gas stations along Interstate 15, advancing the Beyond Zero fleet vision for Utah's medium and heavy-duty fleets.
Power of Energy, ACES Delta Hydrogen.
ACES Delta is moving the boundaries of renewable energy with their revolutionary new hydrogen project in Delta, Utah. With enough capacity to almost double the world's hydrogen production, the new plant will produce 100 tons of green hydrogen per day by splitting water into hydrogen and oxygen. The resulting hydrogen will be stored underground in 2 massive geological salt caverns, providing sustainable fuel to the nearby Intermountain Power Plant. With commercial operations due to begin in 2025, ACES Delta is paving the way toward a greener, more sustainable future.
Power of Teamwork, UTA Advanced Fuel Fleets, Utah Transit Authority.
We've focused on developing out our electrical infrastructure.
UTA started testing electric buses in 2018. We took on 3, and then we took on 20 electric buses in 2023.
We're going to grow as a country to a more sustainable environment. We're committed to alternative fuels. We're fully supportive, and everything that we do now is green focused in terms of propulsion.
As we move on with the evening and wrap up our awards, we'll highlight the rest of the recipients we are honoring tonight. Power of Climate Action goes to UCARE and Leaders for Clean Air founder Hanko Kiesner. Power of Innovation, Dr. Masood Parvania, EB Zion, and Rev Reddy West. Powering Climate Action, Vaughn Groves, Aspire Societal Impact Workforce. The Workhorse Award goes to Free Reyes for all of his work through Lancer Energy. The Trailblazer Award, Beyond Zero Green, Salt Lake City Airport for RNG shuttles and all-electric ground support. Power of Policy, Utah Department of Transportation, Department of Air Quality, Utah Inland Port Authority, and the Office of Energy Development. The Power of Moving People Award goes to Salt Lake City School District, Jordan School District, and Uinta School District. The Power of Legacy Award goes to Denise Brems as a UCC colleague, friend, and mentor for over 30 years. The Power of Energy goes to Representative Melissa Ballard for her leadership in hydrogen policy. The Power of Voice Award goes to Dr. Daniel Mendoza, Representative Steve Handy, Representative Angela Romero, Representative Joel Briscoe, and Representative Dr. Suzanne Harrison. I want to personally thank Utah Clean Cities Board of Trustees, both past and present, for all of their numerous contributions. We could not have done this without you. Debbie Lyons, Eric Peterson, Jay Fox, Brett Brown, Lyle McMullen, Dr. Anjay Grau, Kim Frost, Dr. David Christensen, Scott Hazick, and Free Reyes. Thank you once again for your continued support and guidance. Utah Clean Cities also extends a sincere gratitude to our dedicated board presidents over the last decade, whose leadership has been instrumental in our success. Dr. David Christensen, Scott Brandenberry, Carol Gonot, Kim Frost, Debbie Lyons, and I want to do a special call out to Dr. Royal DeLagey for his unwavering commitment to climate science and for building the Utah Clean Cities Board of Trustees with vision, expertise, professionalism, and dedication. Thank you, Royal. I also want to recognize and thank our very own Utah Clean Cities team members, both past and present, who have contributed so much to our efforts. Lisa Anderson, our graphic artist for Charge West, Emily Paskett and Kelly Barrett, and our current team with our latest intern Araceli Salgado, project manager Noemi Molina, Anna Cook, UCC's co-director, and Grayson Wickel, workforce development and music maker extraordinaire. And thanks again for attending tonight's event. We are so proud to be celebrating 30 years of Utah Clean Cities, and we can't wait to see what comes next. Thank you.